have what we sort of determine as sort of a minimum viable product feature list for what you would call Star Citizen, the commercial release, which is basically when you say, okay, we've gotten to this point and we've still got plans to add a lot more cool stuff and more content and more functionality and more features.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is SidAlpha. I know it has been some time since I did a video surrounding Star Citizen, which many of you may or may not be aware was for a very good reason. For some reason, I am no longer able to gain access to the PTU builds and am relegated to waiting for the general release like so many others out there, which means there usually isn't much point in doing steady state of the game videos with each monthly patch. I will still do them occasionally, but they will be far less frequent unless I have access to a PTU build. Also, a lot of other information that has been coming out has been a combination of speculation mixed with shit porn, to which I don't take part of, as I see it to be ultimately anti-consumer in nature. Now, the reason that brings me back to the verse today is the 10 for the Chairman video that Chris Roberts did today has caused a great deal of speculation and concern, to which I've decided to come out, interject my own little brand of objective cynicism mixed with reality to tell everyone to calm down. Why would you say something like that, you might ask? Well, I'm going to tell you in as concise of a fashion as I am capable of under the circumstances. But it boils down to this, guys. I'm frankly not surprised. But, bear with me before you start reading into what I'm saying too much. Now, Chris refers to the amount of time that the game has been in alpha phase, although let's be honest, the game's playable build is still fucking pre-alpha, but this is something to which Chris is sharing in just a poorly phrased way of doing so, and many people are chomping at the bit and calling doom when that is simply not the case. Now, we all know through various leaks that they have far more completed assets and shit on the shelf, as it were, than we have seen in the current persistent universe builds. We also know that the core of the game for Squadron 42 is further along than the core for Star Citizen. Hell, the majority of the things designed for Squadron 42 will be in Star Citizen, including its core implementations. What Chris is talking about here isn't minimal viable as in, we'll get the game out, but it won't be as promised. No. This is something that every MMO development team has decided prior to launch. How much content do we want to produce before we release it as a production release or post-beta release? What this means is how many systems, planets, items, and ships will be completed prior to the official release of the game. This does not mean that the stretch goals will not be achieved, simply they're starting to consider how much longer they have until they can consider Star Citizen to be in that 1.0 state. Now, Chris Roberts has always said that this was going to be a living game and that it would be continually expanded upon, with new systems, new missions and quests, and anything else you might expect from new feature releases for MMOs. And yes, I know that a lot of the die-hard fans out there are going to be screaming at their monitors, "This isn't an MMO!" Tough, it is. This is just a different kind of MMO, and that's just fine. The fact of the matter is, though, that anyone without a knee-jerk reaction has had the same thought I did, which was, yeah, and? Frankly, it's no real surprise and is not the nail in the coffin that so many people seem to think it is. To state things bluntly, I am worried for the future of Star Citizen. I feel that if they're able to get Squadron 42 out and start gaining income from that, it will do much to quell people's fears, show what I would consider significant progress, and boost income, which will allow them to get Star Citizen to the finish line. If that happens, and I'm feeling more confident by the month that it will, then I strongly suspect everything will be just fine. So kick back, relax a bit, stop worrying quite so much, and look forward to one of the kings of voice acting, Mark Hamill himself, being in a space sim once again after nearly 20 years. It's not that far away, and when it happens, it'll be a fine day indeed. Once again, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you out in the verse.
We'll have something that we'll think, okay, yeah, now everyone can play it. It doesn't matter. You can load it up. It plays really well. It's really stable. There's lots of content. There's lots of fun things to do, different professions, lots of places to go.
Hi there, boys and girls. Thanks for checking my video out. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even that subscribe button. Trust me, it works really good. Don't forget to share with your friends, and if you're interested in following me on Twitter and Facebook, the links for that are in the description down below. I also have a Patreon if you're interested in helping to support the growth of my channel, and the link for that is down below as well. And once again, thanks for watching and supporting my channel, guys. I really appreciate it.